we'll talk about short question answer on a functional dependency and normalization, and we will do it very quickly. Now, first question: which of the following is true? Okay, so four options are there. Every relation in 3NF is also in BCNF. A relation R is in 3NF if every non-prime attribute of R is fully functionally dependent on every key of R. Every relation in BCNF is also in 3NF. Now, no relation can be in both BCNF and 3NF. So, tell me the answer. Okay. That means already you know if a table is in BCNF, it is also in 3NF. That means it is also in 2NF and 1NF and then 1NF. Now, if every relation is 3NF is also in BCNF, suppose if you are here, so it is in 3NF but not in BCNF. So definitely A should not be there. A relation R is in 3NF if every non-prime attribute of R is fully functionally dependent on every key. Now this is also not true. See, every relation in BCNF is also in 3NF. So definitely if you are in BCNF, so that means what? If it is in BCNF, it is also in 3NF. That means this is true. Okay, this is true. And next is what? No relation can be in both BCNF and 3NF. It is also not true, but here the relation is there. If it is in BCNF, that is also in 3NF, but if it is 3NF, it is not necessary it is in BCNF. Okay, the correct answer is C. Now we can see three tables are there: suppliers, supply ID, supply name, CT street, parts, parts ID, parts name and color, and catalog is what? Supply ID, parts ID and cost. Which one is the true? Okay, so the schema is in BCNF, 3NF but not in BCNF, 2NF but not in 3NF, and fourth is not in 2NF. So we should know from the supplier ID we can identify the supplier name, supplier city and the street. Okay, now from product ID you can identify the product name and the product color. From supplier ID and product ID we can identify the cost. So the schema it is not in 2NF, but here is no partial dependency exists. So definitely it should not be true. 2NF but not 3NF. Here there is no transitive dependencies there. Okay, and 3NF but not BCNF. So here there is no non-prime attribute is not dependent on the primary key. So all the non-prime attributes are dependent on the primary key. So it is also not true. That means what? The schema is in BCNF. In the next question number 3, say two tables are there, R1 and R2. So here the book, title, author, catalog number, publishers, year, price. In collection, title, author, catalog number. Now tell me the answer. Say four options are there. Both R1, R2 are in BCNF. Both R1, R2 are in 3NF only. See, R1 is in 2NF, R2 is in 3NF. Both R1, R2 in 2NF. Now if you see R2 first, so definitely there is no partial dependency, there is no transitive dependency, and all the non-prime attribute is solely depend on the, so it is up to BCNF. That means it is also in 3NF, it is also in 2NF and 1NF. But if you see here, so from title, author to catalog, category, but here the opposite is also true. So the non-prime attribute is depend on the, it is depend on what? It is depend on this particular, or the price is depend on the publishers. Are you getting this one? So definitely it is not in BCNF, and here we can see from title we can get the, from category number we can get the title, and from title we can get the price. That means what? It is transitive dependency is there. So that means what? Table R1 is not in 3NF. So we can see this particular option is true. R1 is 2NF but R2 is in 3NF. So basically it is also in BCNF, but here that option is not there. Consider the relation schema. Say here the attributes are E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, and here the functional dependencies are there. E F G, EF to G, okay, F to IJ, H E to KL, from K to M, from L to N. Now the question is, what is the key of the R? Now if you select E is a key, not identify anything, nothing. So that means what? It is nothing but E plus is equal to E. Similarly, from EF, if it is EF, that means we have to check this one. So EF, if it is EF, we can identify EF, okay, as well as G, and we can identify, if it is F, that means we can identify I and G also, okay, and if it is E and H is not there, so that means we cannot identify K and L, because E is there but H is not there in this, so it should not be, so we should not follow this one, it should not be the key, it should not be the free. Now if it is EFH, that means we have to identify EFH. Now from E and F, we can identify E and F as well as G. From EF we can identify the G. Okay, so using EF we can identify the G because the functional dependency is there. And from E and H, definitely we have to identify, we can identify H from H. So from H we can identify K and L. Okay, and from F we can identify I and J also. So we can identify I and J. Okay, and from E and H you can identify K, and K is there and L is there, that means from K we can identify M, and from using L we can identify the M. So what is the key? So key should be this one. Okay, now here EFH is there, EFH is there, and K and L, it is extra. Okay, so we can say it is a super key, but it is not a minimal. So these two are the super keys. Now this is the minimal super key, hence we can say this is this should be our key, because this is minimal, this is not minimal. Next, given the following two statements, S1 and S2, every table with two single valued attribute is in 1NF, 2NF, 3NF and BCNF. And in statement 2, the functional dependencies are there. So the FDs are AB to C, AB to C, D to E, D to E, and AB to E, AB to E, and E to C, E to C. So we have to identify the minimal cover. Okay, that means minimal cover means what? You have to remove the duplicate thing, Okay, so you just see one by one. So first of all, every table with the two single valued attribute is in 1NF, 2NF, 3NF and BCNF. So we can say, okay, say it may be X to Y, it may be Y to X, it may be X to Y and Y to X. So that means what? S1 is true. Okay, so S1 we can say true. Now check this one. So whether we have to check whether minimal cover or not, or the minimal, what is the meaning of minimal cover? Minimal cover is the process of eliminating redundant FDs. Okay, so from this we have to identify any redundancies there or not. First of all, D to E is in both the case, no issue. E to C is there, no issue. AB to C is there, no issue. But here we are not preserving AB to E, minimal cover. Okay, so that means S1 is true but S2 is false. Okay, now next example, the maximum number of super keys of the relation R, E, F, G, H with E as a key is what? So already you know E is a primary key, so that means what? From E we can identify the primary key with E, we can identify the super key with EF, okay, EG, EH, simultaneously we can identify the EF with G, okay, EF with H, similarly EG with H, and all with all EF, G, H. Okay, so total number of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is the answer. It is very simple. So total number of keys should be what? 8. The formula is what? 2 to the power n minus 1. So here n is what? It is 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 minus 1, it is 2 to the power 3. That means 8. Okay. Next question is R is equal to, in this particular A, B, C, D, E, H attributes are there. The FDs are A to B, okay, A to B, BC to D, BC to D, okay, E to C, okay, E to C, and D to A, D to A. Now, what are the candidate keys of R? We have to identify the candidate keys. Now, we have to identify the closure each and every combination. So, AE. So, using AE, we can identify what? Using AE, A and E, we can identify B and C. So, we just say in short, say if it is AE plus, that means you can identify only AE. And if you identify A, so definitely you can identify B also. Okay. And if you identify B, we cannot identify anything. And if you identify E, we can identify C. Okay. And if you know B and C, we can identify D. Are you getting this one? So it is not true. Now see here, one thing is there. It is alone. So nothing is there. So definitely in this particular, in any key, H should be there. So here H is not there, H is not there. In all the cases, H is not there. But so we have to check these two, which one is the true. So AEH, BEH and BCH. Okay, so AEH means what? We have to write AEH. So if it is AEH plus, that means what? We can identify A. We can similarly identify if A is no, B is also no. And if we know E, definitely we know C. Okay. And if we know BC, if we know BC, we know D. Are you getting this one? And H is already there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Simultaneously, we can identify whether BEH is there or not. So for BEH, from B, we can identify in nothing. Then we have a E. So using E, we can identify the C. Okay. And from BC, we can identify D. From D, we can identify A. Okay. And from A, we can identify B. So A, B, C, D, E, H is already there. Okay. So it is also true. Next, BCH. Now check whether BCH is possible or not. So from B we can identify B, from C we can identify C, from H we can identify H. Now if we know BC, okay, if you know BC, that means we can identify D. And if we know H, that means we can identify H. Similarly, but here E is not there. So E must be there, otherwise we cannot reach E. So definitely it should not be true. This is the answer. Okay. That means you can see in A entering edges is there, in B entering edges is there, in C entering edges is there, D entering edges is there, E and H there is no entering edges. So to form a key, E and H must be present. If E and H is not there, we cannot identify the key. Okay. Okay, so next example is what? The student table is there, name, course ID, roll number and grade. And functional dependencies are there. So from name, course ID you can identify grade. From course ID, roll number also you can identify grade. From name we can identify the roll number, and from roll number you can identify name. Now we can see, so we assume it is in 1NF. Now there is 2NF, 2 means there is no partial dependency. Okay, so we can see there is no partial dependency and there is no transitive dependency. There is no transitive dependency, and here there is no multi-value dependency. So but here non-prime attribute, so we can see here, say name should not be the prime, the key. So definitely key should be the roll number, but here you can say this one. Okay, so non-prime attribute is not part of the key. That means what? It is not in BCNF. So that means what? The highest normal form is what? 3NF, because it is not in BCNF. Now question number 10. Next question is what? Okay, next table is R table is there, and A, B, C attributes are there from 1. If A is 1, B is 1. If A is 1, B is 1. If A is 2, B is 3. If A is 2, B is 3. That means what? A determines B. But here B is equal to 1, C 1, here it is 1, it is 0. That means what? We cannot identify the C. So this is true. Next, here the table R is there. Now consider schema R, and the functional dependence is what? A to B and C to D. Then the decomposition of R into R1 and R2. Now suppose if you divide this table into two tables, say R1 table and R2 table, where AB is there and CD is there. So we break this table into two tables. Now 4 options are there. Now dependency preserving and lossless join. Lossless join but not dependency preserving. Dependency preserving but not lossless join. And not dependency preserving and not lossless join. Okay, so we can say the answer is this one, because two dependencies there, A to B and C to D. So A to B and C to D, so no issue. But the combination AB to CD, that combination we have lost. Okay, now we have a table, say R, and 3 attributes are there, X, Y, Z. Now which one is the true? X, Y to Z. Okay, Z to Y, Y, Z to X, Y to Z, and so on. So we can see from 1, 4 to 1, 5, 1, 6, 3, 2. So X, Y to Z, we can say now Z to Y. So 2 to 4, 3 to 5, 6. So we cannot say, so this is not true. So we should not take this one. And so Y to, say Y to Z. So 4 to 2, 5 all are distinct. So no issue. YZ to X. So YZ combination, it is also distinct. So we can say this is true. Similarly X to Z. So 1, 1, 2, 3, 3. So if X is 1, sometimes it is 2, sometimes it is 3. So it should not correct. Similarly Y to X. So 4, 1, 5, 1, 6, 2, it is true. But XZ to Y, 1, 2 to 4, 1, 3 to 5, 1, 3 to 6. So sometimes 1, 3 to 5, 1, 3 to 6. So it is not true. So here it is the problem. So this is the correct answer. Now here the table R is there, and the attribute A, B, C, D, E. So A to C is there, B to D is there, AB to E is there. So which one is the true? So you can see B to D here, partial dependency is there. That means it is not in 2NF, so that definitely it is in 1NF only. Next, the attributes are A, B, C, D, E, F. The dependencies are C to F, we can say C to F, then E to A, then EC to D, we can see from EC to D, okay, and E to P, A to B. So which of the following is a key? Okay, so you can say C must be there, because there is no leaving edges, there is no entering edges to C, as well as there is no leaving entering edges to E. So from CE, that means we can check this one. So from CEC, we can identify E as well as we can identify C. And if you identify EC, we can identify D. Okay. And if you identify C, we can identify F. So similarly, if we identify E, we can identify A, because if A is there, if you can see this one. So if E is there, we can identify A, and if A is there, we can from A, using A, you can identify B. So 1 2 3 4 5 6, 1 2 3 4 5 6, it covers everything. So what is the key? This should be the key. Next question, which normal form is considered adequate for normal relationship database design? So definitely is what? Definitely we should go up to 3NF, because 5NF and 4NF, it is mostly theoretical. Okay, it is not practical. Generally the BCNF is there, but here the option BCNF is not there. So generally we think about up to BCNF. So we just you should not consider BC 4NF and 5NF, because these two are the theoretical. Okay. Next question, which of the following FDs can't be implied from functional FD set? So A to B is there. Okay, now we can say A, B, C, D. A to B is there, A to BC is there. Okay, and from C to D is there. So which of the following FD can't be implied from FD set? We cannot identify, say, A to C. A to C we can get from B to C. B to D, we cannot get B to D. Okay, B to D we cannot identify. So this is the answer. So from B, there is no leaving edges from B. BC to D, so from C we can identify the D. From BC to D, from C we can identify D, but from B we cannot identify D. So this is the answer. Next is, now 4 tables are there: R1, R2, R3, R4. Say roll number, course ID, email, roll number, course ID, marks, grade, roll number, course ID, credit. So which one of the relation schema above is in 3NF but not in BCNF? Okay, so it is in 3NF but not in BCNF, so it is simple, it is up to BCNF. Okay, and here we can say, here the email ID is the roll number is dependent on email ID. That means this is not in BCNF. Okay, so here it is up to BCNF, here it is also up to BCNF. So the answer is what? This one. So all are in 3NF but not in BCNF. In RDBMS, different classes of relations are created using technique to prevent modification anomalies. Okay, so different classes of relation created to prevent modification anomalies. So definitely we have to what? We have to implement what? We have to implement definitely the normal form. So functional dependency, it should not be there, data integrity should not be there, reference integrity should not be there. So because using normal form we can eliminate the anomalies. Non-key attribute is functionally dependent on the primary key, then the relation is what? So definitely it's a very simple answer, that the answer is in 2NF. And this particular video. Thank you very much.